Mwah! Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So my name is Oyin, and today on the channel I'm going to be doing something entirely different from what I'm used to doing. To all the movie lovers around, hi! On the channel today I'm going to be doing sort of a little review on some very mad, interesting, fabulous movies that graced our screens in 2021. Now before I go any further, I'd like to give a very special shout out to movie producers, movie directors, content creators, I think I should add that, script writers, I mean everybody involved in the process of producing a film. Thank you so much, because your creativity, your passion, your hard work is very evident in the movies you bring to our screens. Thank you so much, and God bless you. Back to the movie review. I'm very certain when I mentioned movie review, somebody who knows me very well will be looking at me with bad eye. Brother, chill. What? I started watching movies, and what about it? Yeah, I know that I don't really watch movies, but yes, I do watch movies. If I were to count like my top 5 hobbies, I'm not sure watching movies will be part of it, but I do watch movies. And besides, if I were to give you a review on movies, I'm going to be doing a whole lot about K-dramas. Where I get to see my crushes like ShangChi. Oh my god! You can watch me in movies like Descendants of the Sun or Vincenzo and Thank Me Later. And I also get to see my second crush, Lee Mi-ho. Oh my god. You watch me in movies like The King, Eternal Monarch, Land of the Blue Sea, and just to mention a few. And it's so sad that I have to drag in with so many Nigerian females. It's alright, may the best girl win. And god, these men just make me crush and love them every single day. Don't judge me. Thank you. And back to the movie review. I'm sure by now you already know I won't be doing it, seeing as I don't watch a whole lot of movies. So I'm going to bring somebody who watches movies a lot. He's a great movie critic, trust me. And he's a fabulous gamer. Any day, anytime, if you want to bet your money, call on me and I'm going to bring it to you. And I'm bringing to you the man of the moment. Ta-da!
Hello guys, so nice to be here on his corner. My name is Daniel, and just like she said, I'm a great lover of movie, and I also love video games also. Like she said, don't bring your money to bet because you'll definitely lose.
I'll use your money and buy a car.
So today we'll be talking about movies. Basically, we're talking about best movies for last year. I'll be talking about some movies that we'll be expecting this year. Just like what I was saying, we're going to be talking about top 10 movies for last year. The year 2021 was actually very interesting. We had a lot of lovely movies there. It's almost impossible for you to bring out the top 10 movies from the year 2021.
Whoa, I remember some though.
So today we'll focus on basically action movies for the year 2021. We're going to talk about action movies. Movies that we had a lot of action movies in the year 2021. We had Black Widow, we had Fast and Furious.
Yeah, I remember
Diesel
that.
made it crazy for us. We also had Mortal Kombat, we had King Kong Godzilla. They brought us back.
I remember that.
Movies that I'm sure the gamers in the house, Mortal Kombat is older than many of us. We've been playing Mortal Kombat since when we were very small.
I remember.
And bringing a movie like Mortal Kombat back again was actually amazing. But like I said, we'll be talking about top 10. I know many people have their critics and all, but this is going to be our top 10 movies for the year 2021. We're starting with number 10.
Wow, the very last one.
Can you guess?
Let me see.
Can you guess? Just guess. Give us from all your movies.
From all my movies. Yes. Let me see. Vincenzo.
It's not in the top 100. Just like what I was saying, we're starting with number 10. Basically, best movies for 2021. Hollywood. Best action Hollywood movies for 2021. Number 10. I'll be going with The Other Day Fall. The Other Day Fall. I'm sure many of you
I didn't really
have
feel that movie.
You've watched it?
Yes, I have. I didn't really feel it.
You didn't
I don't
feel
know.
it?
Yes.
How didn't you feel it? The Other Day Fall for one of our best action movies for 2021. The movie was actually, Idris Elba brought something special to us. I'm a great lover of Idris Elba, but I have not actually seen that part of Idris Elba before. That ruthless part, and what really made the movie exciting was the ending of the movie, when the twist now came out of Jonathan actually being Idris Elba's brother.
Jesus,
and Idris Elba just doing all those things to make sure Jonathan ends up being worse than him. So the movie was actually interesting. If you've not watched it, I would advise you to go and watch.
Please do.
The Other Day Fall.
And try not to watch it with
cowboy scenes and the killing, and
God,
also
the killing was too bloody. That's why I had an issue with that movie. Too bloody.
What was bloody?
The killing, like, I mean, any small thing, somebody has brought out a gun and scattered somebody's brain.
Best action movies for the year. We not see the best love movies for 2021.
Please.
Just like what I was saying. Just like what I was saying. And if you're a lover of Afrobeat, if you're a lover of Fela, they sang a lot of Fela songs in that movie, and it was awesome. It was crazy. Yoruba people like us too, we actually appreciated the movie because we got to hear some nice Fela music there. We'll be going to number 10 now. We'll be going to number 9. And number 9, we're talking about a movie that, for me, it was one of the most underrated movies in the year 2021 because most people don't talk about it. But it was
How could the movie be?
It was actually fun. One of the most underrated movies in the year 2021. We'll be talking about The Prodigy.
I didn't watch it.
The Prodigy, you didn't watch it.
No,
Most people did not watch The Prodigy. That's why this channel is here for you. If you did not watch The Prodigy, go and watch it.
You should.
Samuel L. Jackson made it crazy for us. It's a movie about he's an assassin and he takes contracts, he kills people. So he was given a job to kill a man. But meanwhile, the man wants him to do his job because he's a credible assassin. Once he says the job is done, the job is done. And the man wants to fake his death.
Whoa.
So he knows once an assassin like that says the job is done, the whole world will believe it's actually done. So it's a very nice movie. The Prodigy is a very nice movie. He had to train a girl, an Asian girl that a bunch of Asian gangs, drug dealer, killed her father, killed her mother and her siblings.
The revenge is on the way.
She ended up killing them almost.
Damn! I'm going to watch that movie.
But Samuel Jackson now took her in and trained her to be an assassin also. It's actually a very, very interesting movie.
I'm going to watch it because Samuel L. Jackson is there and I think I like the storyline, so I'm going to watch it.
And we're going to the next movie, number 8. We're going to The Tomorrow War.
The Tomorrow War.
The Tomorrow War.
Sounds familiar.
It doesn't sound familiar. It's not an Asian movie. The Tomorrow.
Shots fired.
The Tomorrow War. For me, this movie was actually very unique. Very unique. We've been watching many movies when they'll go to the past and they'll go to the future, or they'll go to the future to fight the war. But the concept of this movie was unique because soldiers were coming from the future to recruit men from the past.
I watched it. Sorry.
To fight a battle in the future against some aliens. So the idea was crazy. Chris Pratt really made it awesome for us. Chris Pratt is my guy.
I don't keep the names of those actors in my head, sorry.
Yes,
Except the one I have mad crushes on.
You have a crush on this one.
I should. I'm sure he's tall.
If you are a lover of Avengers, you know Chris Pratt is our own Star-Lord.
Was he Captain America?
No, Star-Lord. You don't know Star-Lord. You don't know Star-Lord. I'm not a lover of Avengers. Yes, like I said, Chris Pratt made it crazy for us. He played his role perfectly. The idea was soldiers coming from the future to recruit soldiers from the past to fight a battle in the future that they're already losing. It was funny, and the irony was that his daughter was now a captain in the future.
Messed
and
up.
she came to recruit our own father
Messed up.
from the past. So the movie is lovely. The Tomorrow War.
Sometimes I wonder how they just sit down and come up with all these kind of ideas that are unbelievable.
No, they actually many producers. There's a video game I played when I was very young. The name of the video game is Devil May Cry. Devil May Cry is a very, very good video game. I now went further to look for what made the producer came up with that idea, because it's about two children of devil that were
The
fighting
devil
and
has
killing
two
each
children.
other. Yes, the devil, our guy. He
I
has
don't
two
want to know them.
It's a very interesting game. Now, the producer had a nightmare. He had a nightmare.
He really had a nightmare.
And he told his friends about the nightmare. And they were like, should we just make your nightmare to be a movie? And someone else came up with the idea that let's make it a video game. And he made a lot of money from Devil May Cry.
Wow.
So this is all Nigerians too, that you go to your pastor when you have nightmare. You can actually use it to shoot a movie.
I am a dreamer. I dream a lot. I should probably talk to somebody about my dreams. We can make money with it.
Shoot a movie.
We should.
Just like I was saying, Tomorrow War was awesome. And now we'll be going to 7th position. 7th position, number 7. If you're a lover of Marvel movies, once again, you actually be expecting this movie in the top 10.
Thanos.
There's no way. Who is Thanos?
Thanos' movie.
What's Thanos' movie?
You know what I'm talking about. You're
I
a
have no idea
movie
what you're
guy.
talking about Thanos' movie.
Whatever.
You're talking about Avengers Endgame or...
Yes.
It's not Thanos' movie. That's Tony Stark movie. Tony Stark died. Tony Stark was the hero in that movie, not Thanos.
Really? Okay.
Our own Iron Man died.
That's painful.
That's painful. I
Anyway.
cried.
You did?
So we're talking about number 7, ShangChi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. ShangChi and the Legends of the Ten Rings.
That's a Chinese movie. Sounds Chinese. Or is it Japanese?
Is actually one of the first Asian superheroes in Avengers.
I'm going to watch it.
When Avengers did Black Panther, they
yes.
brought out one of the first black superheroes in Avengers from Africa.
Okay.
Now this time around, they brought out an Asian superhero. So
Magnificent.
it was lovely. The Ten Rings was lovely. For me, I actually enjoyed the movie even more than Black Panther.
How come I never heard about it? Really? Is there a movie anybody could love more than Black Panther?
What's the name of that show?
Wakanda Forever.
Asian superhero. That
He's
guy
my
that you guys
crush.
love. What's his name?
Lee Min-ho.
He was not in the movie. That's why you've not heard about it.
Oh.
He cannot be in the movie.
Actually, I only watch movies because he's there.
Like I said, the movie was awesome. The movie was crazy. They continued the storyline from after the disaster of Thanos on the earth and after people have been brought back. So the movie was, the idea was actually very, 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 very crazy. If you are a Marvel fan, you will definitely love it. My best character in the movie, if you've watched this movie, what's the name again? Crazy Rich Asians.
I have.
It was Crazy Rich
I gave the
Asians.
movie to you, remember?
I'm not giving anything to you.
I told you so much about that movie.
Let's
love
focus
that
on what
movie.
we're doing, please. We're talking about action movies, not Crazy Rich Asians.
When you brought Crazy Rich Asians, I can't help it.
I want to talk about Aquafina. Aquafina, she was the
The
friend.
girl, I
yes.
love her.
She's very funny. She's an Asian girl, very
She's my
funny,
best
very
girl.
crazy.
God.
She really played her part perfectly.
She
but
always does. Always.
She was not the main character. Sim Liu was the main character, but she playing a part as Sim Liu's best friend.
Whoa.
It actually made the movie crazy without having any superpowers, but really ready to go all the way for her friends.
I'm going to watch
Really
that movie.
made the movie very.
I'm taking notes.
What are you taking notes of?
I'm taking notes about the movies I've not watched. The
There's
Prodigy,
no-
now is this one.
There's no much love there,
I don't mind.
but there's drama.
Aquafina is there.
There's drama. There's drama.
So long as the drama is not bloody.
Okay, we'll be going to number 6 now. Number 6. And number 6, I actually like the movie. I love the movie a lot. The action there was crazy.
I hope I can
And
like it
the
too.
twist in the movie, I always like a movie when we can't predict the ending of the movie from the beginning.
Oh, wow.
And I'll be talking about Nobody. If you've watched Nobody, yes.
No, I
Nobody.
haven't. How many movies? 5. I've watched only 2.
If not watched anyone,
Really, I haven't.
we'll be
Okay,
talking
that's
about
painful.
Nobody. Nobody was awesome. Nobody was awesome. Bob Hendricks played his role perfectly. He played his role perfectly. The beginning of the movie was about a man with 2 kids and a wife, but he's always gentle. He's not violent. He shy away from violence a lot.
A good man.
So his son and his wife takes him to actually be soft. Meanwhile, they had no idea that it was actually a very dangerous person. Very, very dangerous person.
God, I
So the
can't
reason why he
imagine.
shy away from violence so much is because he knows what he's capable of.
Jesus.
And actually, if you look at it, I was in a program last week, and people were asked if they would like to have guns in Nigeria, and many fathers and mothers were saying they would like to get a gun in their house for
What, for
security and all.
self-defense?
So the question was now that if someone now comes to steal maybe the little money you have in the house, 5,000, 10,000 naira, the person has no intention to hurt you, but still you won't be sure if the person has intention to hurt you or not. Would you prefer to use that gun on the person, or you use the gun to threaten the person? And many parents were like, I'll kill the person at that spot to protect my kid's life. But sometimes you can't really know what people are going through and what pushes people to do things. If you watch Nobody, you understand the fact when he refused to kill or to harm any of the thieves that came to his house,
Oh my God.
knowing that the gun they were even carrying was, let me don't
Were
spoil
they
it.
real guns?
Should I spoil it?
No, go ahead.
They were not loaded.
Oh, how
But
did you know?
he saw through the barrel of the guns, those Russian
Wow, he's a
bullets.
real badass. Jeez.
Mhm.
I cannot even
So
tell
him
the fake
refusing
gun
to
from a real
attack, and his son was already holding one of them down. His wife and his son were furious that
Yeah,
what
I'm
kind of a
exhausted,
father
yeah.
is this? You are too weak and all, but
Ah.
Nobody is lovely. The action in Nobody is crazy because he now got angry when they stole, it seems was a toy of his daughter or something. I went to retaliate.
As
Then we now
trivial
found
as
out
that.
that they went to steal because they had to take care of their little baby.
Oh my god.
Medical issues. So
That just
nobody
broke
is
my heart.
actually loved it. Nobody is loved.
I'm going to try to watch it. Is that number 6?
Are you crying already?
I feel so bad. They stole to protect their child. Go and watch it. I'm taking notes. That's number 3 added to it. And
Now we're going to
that's 6, I mean.
That's 6. We're going to number 5 now.
And but before number 5, just off the records, if you know something that is going to help with, hair breakage and also help my front hair grow, please help your sister, because this season has been very unfair to me. I mean, check out, my hair is all gone. Before I completely go bald, please help your sister.
No,
Remember,
you can
this is
actually
off the
go
records.
bald, though.
Ew, what kind of a girl goes bald and still
African
looks
queen.
beautiful?
You've all listened to African
I have
queen.
a small head.
You
Someone
will
look fine.
very fine. Just be like me, go bald.
Can you drop it in the comment section? Thank you.
Now we'll be going to number 5.
I'm not saying waka to you. Number
Number
5.
5. Now this is not just to only our movie viewers, we're also talking to our gamers in the house. Can you
I'm a
guess?
gamer as well. What movie is that? Thor, God of War.
And you're a gamer. Where do you want
Mortal
to go?
Kombat. Mortal Kombat.
We'll be going to Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, I got this
Mortal
one.
Kombat, number 5. Mortal Kombat was awesome.
I
I'm
watched
sure
it.
many people will feel like the action in Mortal Kombat was not that great. But if you're actually a Mortal Kombat fan and you play the video games a lot, they brought out so many of the combos in the video games to the movie, and it was crazy. It was crazy. The part when Scorpio had to pull Sub-Zero. If you are an old Mortal Kombat fan, you know the phrase Scorpio normally used when he says, "Get over here." Very nice. It was crazy. Sub-Zero played his part perfectly. To me, it was the best character in Mortal Kombat. Even though he was
really?
a bad guy, he was the
I mean,
best
I loved
character.
every character in that movie.
He played
Sorry.
his role perfectly. So Mortal Kombat was awesome. Mortal Kombat was awesome.
I loved every bit of it.
I'll be going to number 4. Number 4. The part 1 of this movie I'm about to talk about, I actually watched it more than 20 times.
Oh, a movie
I
has
can
part
see-
1 and part 2. Who
I
still
can
does
say I
that?
watched it more than 20 times. Who
Let me
still
guess.
does that? You just say who still does that?
Part 1 and part 2.
I won't say anything. I watched part 1 more than 20 times.
Emily in Paradise, that's the movie.
Eh?
Emily in Paradise or Sherlock Holmes. I guess. Sherlock Holmes.
We're back to what we're talking about. Number 4. We're talking about Hitman Wife's Bodyguard.
Oh.
Hitman Wife's Bodyguard. If you watched Hitman Bodyguard, we were
I
all
love that
expecting Hitman Wife's Bodyguard, and it actually blew our minds away.
God.
It met our expectations.
I love this wife so much.
It was crazy. My own best black actor of all time,
Samuel
Samuel
L.
L.
Jackson.
He made it crazy for me.
I love him so
Hitman
much.
Wife Bodyguard was awesome. I love that
agree.
movie so much. The comedy, the drama, the action.
Perfecto.
It was just crazy. And the fact that they were all behaving as good as they were also very stupid also. So Hitman Wife's Bodyguard was awesome. The comedy was there.
I love
The
it. I
comedy
enjoyed
was
it.
there.
I laughed
and
so
you will
much.
still get the thrill of the drama and everything.
Of course.
So Hitman Wife's Bodyguard was awesome.
I like to be like his wife. She's very sassy, cool, but very dangerous. You don't want to try her. Sorry.
Are you
I'll be
crazy?
kicking some asses.
Are you crazy?
That's the issue. That's what I'm saying. I
She's
want
very
to be like
crazy.
her. Yeah, I want to be crazy. I can train myself to, be like her. I like her a whole lot. Aside the Hitman Bodyguard, she's an actress or an actor. I love watching her. I want to be a bad bitch. Sorry. I like her.
I don't want to be a bad what you call?
Bad bitch.
I don't want to be. I'm not interested in bad bitch. So that's our number 4 for us, Hitman Wife's Bodyguard. Now we're going to number 3. I've been watching this movie now for more than 15 years
Jeez,
now.
how old are you already? 15 years.
More than 15 years. They've had different franchises of this movie, and
They
we've
have?
all been enjoying it. I'm talking of Fast and Furious 9. Fast and Furious 9 was crazy.
No, I didn't watch it. And I still haven't watched it. Even though it's in my list on Netflix, I've never watched it.
You will not watch it.
I will when I'm done with all my Korean movies.
That's why I said you will not watch it. You can never be done with it. Fast
It's
and
true.
Furious 9. Fast and Furious 9 was actually crazy.
I had so much
Fast and
about
Furious
it.
9 was crazy. Lovers of Fast and Furious, I actually love Fast and Furious more, not more because of the storyline, or it's basically because of the action. because of the impossible things they do there that I love, like going to space with a car.
That happened.
It happened in Fast and
Oh my
Furious
god,
9.
I should watch it.
Vin Diesel making a car to fly. It was just crazy. Fast and
That's
Furious
too
9
much.
was crazy. And also, the introduction of John Cena in Fast and Furious 9 was also very creative. It was also creative because we've always been wondering when they were like, they want to bring a brother of Vin Diesel. But like, who can actually play the brother of Vin Diesel? And John Cena played that role perfectly.
I can imagine him right now and I like him.
You like John Cena?
Sorry, I do. He used to be a wrestler, right?
Yes.
God, he was always so magnificent. Sorry.
And magnificent also. With the combat and everything in Fast and Furious between John Cena and Vin Diesel, it was crazy. It was awesome. I love Fast and Furious.
I'm just watching.
Now we're
I didn't know
going
it was
to
that serious.
number 2. Number
Yeah.
2. Now the main character in number 2, if I would actually want to be a movie star in my next life, I would definitely want to be like Jason Statham.
Yeah, I like him.
want
His
to be
molo
like
is
Jason
mad.
What do you mean? It's his bad head.
His bar head is up to the
It's
back.
bad.
But I thought, it only ends
If
like
you look
midway.
at me, you will know why it's my role model.
I rather not.
We're talking about Wrath of Man.
Did I watch it?
Wrath of Man. You did not watch it.
No,
If you
I
watched it,
didn't.
you can't forget. Wrath of Man will be taking number 2 place
Whoa.
for the top 10 best movies for 2021. Wrath of Man was crazy.
Not taken.
Whenever I watch any movie, I tend to look at the main character and see if actually there's other actors that could have done it better.
Okay.
Like a movie like Django, Jamie Foxx was the main character,
I
but
watched it.
I wasn't impressed with Jamie Foxx because there were so many actors that would have done it better. So that's why I love an actor like Leonardo DiCaprio. Is my best
I
actor
like
of
him.
all time. You can't do it better than
I
him.
like him a lot.
So Wrath of Man, nobody could have actually done it better than Jason Statham.
Oh.
He was coming for revenge, just like the name of
It's
the
like the
movie
role
says.
was made for him.
Wrath of Man. The
Just
role was
him
made for
alone.
him. His posture, his charisma,
Ah.
the way he talks. Wrath of Man was
I should
crazy.
follow him on Instagram and probably send him a DM.
I have his
Anyways.
number. I can give his
I'd
number.
like to
You
get
can
it. I can
send
give
him
him
a
a call.
message on WhatsApp.
I probably will.
Yes. Let's go back to what you were saying.
Wrath of Man.
Jason Statham was crazy. He was crazy in that movie. The action scene was crazy. The bank robbery. The idea behind the movie was actually touching to an extent because he lost his only son,
Oh my god.
and he had
that's
to
sad.
now, for him to track the robbers that committed the
him.
crime that killed his son, he had to now go to the bank that was robbed, a bank he has robbed also countless times, and
thief.
work there because he actually believed there would definitely be an inside man.
Okay.
So the movie was crazy. The action was there. The action was there. The killing was there. If you don't like blood, don't watch Wrath of
The
Man.
father
Because I love Jason Statham.
Avenging his son.
The movie was crazy.
Aww.
Now we're going to number 1.
Wrath of Man taken. Number
Number
one.
one.
Number one. Number one.
Many people wouldn't have watched number 1
Let me see if I
because
watched it. I might surprise you.
surprise me.
I called the movie first. If I watched it, I'll
No,
tell you.
surprise me.
No, I have to wait until you say something before I say something.
You
So.
cannot surprise me. We're talking
Alright.
about number 1. Many people won't have watched this movie because it's not yet available for download.
Oh,
Yes, you only have to go to the cinema to watch it. So I'm encouraging you, if we take your loved ones to the cinema, we're talking about SpiderMan No Way Home.
hey,
Spider-Man,
It's been trending on
no
Instagram
way
for a
home.
while.
It's been
Some
trending
kind
all
of
over
memes
the
and
world.
stuff.
Spider-Man No Way Home was actually crazy. We're looking at Spider-Man and Doctor Strange together. So the movie was, I won't say much about this movie so there won't be a spoiler there. But the movie was awesome because I know many people haven't. Basically 90% of movie stars
Guys,
hasn't
right,
watched,
it's
movies fan hasn't watched
No
this
Way
movie.
Home.
Spider-Man, tell your boyfriend to take you to
Well,
cinema and watch Spider-Man.
Yes, I should.
Tell him to take you. You can take me along, I'll watch it again.
Why do you have to
Spider-Man,
watch it again?
No Way
You
Home.
watched it already. I'm going to watch
I
it.
can
though.
watch it. I watch movies more than once, more than twice.
You do. I get really bored.
Just to
Just once does
make
it for
sure
me.
that I get each and every bit of beauty the movie has to
You
offer.
see, I told you. He loves movies.
I love movie. I love movie. Spider-Man No Way Home. Number 1. It was awesome. It was
Wow.
crazy. We've been expecting Spider-Man No Way Home since 2020.
Wow.
And it was above our expectations. We never expected it to be this crazy. never expected to be. The amount of villains that came back to hunt Spider-Man, it took us back to old memories. If you watch the first Spider-Man, it took us back to old memories. So, Spider-Man No Way Home, a #1 movie for the year 2021. It was awesome. Let's talk about, let's see. I love this movie a lot.
I love it too.
Do you know the movie I'm about to
I don't know, but I know I'm going to love it.
I know you're going to love it.
I'm certain I will.
I love this movie a lot. I loved it very much. I'm not a fan of Nollywood movies, but this movie actually blew my wide away. It was a Nollywood movie, yes.
Okay.
The movie and the series. The movie had been out since 2018, but I wasn't that interested. The series came out 2021, then I had to watch it.
Whoa.
But there's a controversial part at the end of that series. I don't know about other people's views, but I feel it's controversial. We're talking about the King of Boys.
Yo, I told you.
The King of Boys.
I was gonna love that movie. I told you.
The King of Boys was
Oh,
awesome.
bah.
We're talking about our own Towing Tomato in Super Story. It was crazy.
My mama.
The King of Boys was awesome.
Beautiful movie.
Yes, it was a lovely movie. There's a lot to learn from the King of Boys.
So many things to learn.
But my issue with the King of Boys was actually the ending of the series when she handed over to Makanaki.
Does that ever happen anywhere?
I don't see that making sense. You don't forgive people that easily.
That destroyed your life.
Someone killed your son, killed your daughter,
the two most important
and
people
tried
ever.
burning you alive. And she just
Forgave him just like that and handed over her
I was
crown
thinking
to
she was
him.
going to give the crown to maybe Tiger.
The Tiger, yeah.
I was thinking she was going to give, because that's the most loyal person you can have in this world. I was thinking she would give it to Ade Tiger, because I remember clearly that part when Ade Tiger was telling her that what will happen when she's governor, that what will be of him.
Of course, he will no longer need the seat again.
That's all you know how to do. So I was thinking she will actually make him the. So we all producer have that way of thinking, but I felt if she would have even forgive Makanaki for everything, they should have given us a reasonable scene. Maybe something happened, or he saved her life, or something, just to forgive someone for.
Well, I believe a new, what do you call it, a new season or a new part of that movie is going to be out very soon. So this part of it is going to leave us in suspense, because really,
No, I don't think
I will not forgive you if you cut my one leg.
They're going to talk about. I don't think they'll talk about it again.
They should, because it's not realistic. You destroy my life, just like killing my parents. You kill my father, you kill my brother in the most gruesome way ever. You try to kill me, and I forgive you just like that. Leave it
So
there.
I don't see
Jesus
that.
has died and forgiven
The
all
movie
of us.
was
Forget
awesome.
that.
The movie
I
was
will handle
awesome.
you.
But that part, I'm still wondering why the producer did
I could not
give it to
believe
Ade
my
Tiger.
eyes when I saw what happened.
I'm still wondering why
I
they
screamed.
gave it. Even I was thinking they'll give it to Ade Tiger.
I honestly thought so to Odogu Mali until he was killed.
Then season 2 will be expecting Makanaki trying to take over the underground, and she'll be fighting the president and the government as a governor again. So that's what I was expecting. So when she gave it to Makanaki, it was all.
Like that.
No, that was we never expected that.
Now everybody was out of the way, and she was going to be president or governor, whatever it was she was going to be. Yes, governor. There was nobody standing in her way, but there's gonna be a new problem for Makanaki.
There's going to be a problem for Makanaki. We're not sure. Don't mind that we're not sure.
Well, I actually thought about it.
But
It's
at the
possible
ending
she
of
could have
the
been seeing
movie,
someone else.
At the end of the movie,
But they were always together. When we should have had the
always-
time, he would have killed her.
he wouldn't have killed her.
He would have killed her. She was scared of him. He's
can't
dangerous.
say. Makanaki may be the owner of the child. He may not.
I think he's the owner of the
But if
child.
he's the owner of the child, that means she will need to look
He's
for
gonna die.
another king of the underground.
Well, because he's
Another
going
king
to
of
die
boys.
if the child
He's
leaves.
definitely going to die.
You see why you should not put her in juju?
Put her in
Anyways.
juju. It's because of the
It's the
juju.
charm he did now.
It's because of the charm is her life now. If he did
Well,
not do
he
it,
has
Odogu
something
Male
to
would
pay.
have killed him now.
Just like that.
He shot him countless times.
But
would
he
have
didn't
died
burn
now.
his body.
Yes.
But he later on went back to do something again. I think to add more charm to
and
it.
to add more power.
Yes. So you see, there's a price for every juju you put your hand
There's
in.
a price for. It's not a matter of juju. Everything in life there's a price. It's if you are willing to pay it. But there's a price for everything.
And he agreed to it because he probably felt he was never going to father a child. But the fates had something different. I really love. Kemi Adetiba was the producer of that movie, right?
Yeah.
I've always loved her movies. But you see, this particular one busted my brain
King of Boys
for a
was
very long
actually-
time.
It's actually my best Nigerian movie. So
Honestly,
far.
yes, for 2021, that was like the
For
best movie for
2021.
me.
No.
King of boys.
Was the best movie for you 2021? My
That
best
was my
movie for
first movie.
2021, I would say, if you are a lover of Will Smith, I love Will Smith so much because Will Smith is good at playing a particular role.
I like him
A
too.
role where you tend to pity him, where you tend to feel passionate.
Why does he have to make us pity him so much?
He just is talented with. Some people are talented with making you pity them.
Do not make me pity you anymore, Will Smith.
If you've watched movies like The Pursuit of Happiness, have you watched Pursuit of Happiness?
No, I haven't.
You should watch that movie.
Okay.
It's 10 years, more than 10 years old now.
I
I
feel
Am a
bad now.
Legend. Well, Will Smith brought out a movie last year. It was about the story of Serena Williams and Venus Williams. We're talking about King Richard.
Sorry, King Richard.
That was actually my best movie for the year 2021.
God. You know, somebody used to say before that parents sometimes see into the future of their kids to know what they will turn out to be, and so they're able to support them and guide them. Now, a whole lot of people would have said no, it's not possible because they are not God, because the fates can alter plans any day, anytime. But you see, King Richard, made that thing very real in my head.
I believe Nigerian parents mostly should watch King
They
Richard.
should. They should learn to be more supportive. They should. And very strategic.
And apart from that, again, he
God.
also tried as much as possible to impact good morals into his children.
God, I really love
Taught
that.
them about humility, about not
A
bragging.
good African.
As in, we Africans who are not humble, it's in our blood. We are not
I
humble.
am humble.
We are not close to humble. So Will Smith actually played that role perfect.
Oh, he did. He did.
And
He did.
normally when we are getting a true life story movie like that, talking about superstars, we're expecting the movie will be more about Serena Williams and Venus Williams. But even though it was about them, the story that was actually there was about their father.
Family. Their family as
Yes,
well.
and the mother.
Okay.
That's why they say men, we should marry women that we have a dreams in line together.
Yes. If
The
your
wife
dreams do not
was
align.
able to push his dream with him.
And she stayed through thick
Stayed
and
through-
thin.
And the
For you that
movie-
cannot stay.
The movie
learn.
also showed us that he wasn't a perfect man. He had
No, he
kids
wasn't.
outside also. He had a son
Yeah.
outside. So he wasn't a perfect man. But she stayed just because she believed in his dream and she believed in her
How
kids.
did they never show his sons and his
No,
son?
I guess the movie was
Not about them.
they were keeping the bad side of him because he wasn't a perfect man.
Of course, he
But
had
they
a
keeping
whole
the bad
lot
side.
of
And also in the movie,
bad side.
he told his kids about the mistakes he made, told them about the mistakes he made, and also made sure that they learned from it. Many of our Nigerian parents, they act all special and all this, like they don't make mistakes.
I was a good child. Ask my father.
I remember when I was little, my dad would always tell us a story that when they were in secondary school, there's no light to read, no candle. They'll stay on the express road, vehicles that are passing. The little light that comes out on the headlamp, they're easy to read the book.
Can you
and
believe that?
And
Very
I'll be like,
unrealistic. Your eyes will just spoil your eyes.
They'll
You
now
pain
use-
your eyes.
How is that possible?
Honestly.
Car that is passing.
Oh, it's going to be gone in a flash. What would
Car
you
that
read?
is passing. How is that?
You're going to be
And
hurting your eyes.
anytime you come back with the result that is not awesome, we'll be like,
I used
when
to
I
take
was
first.
when I was your age, I used to take first.
Every parent say
time.
that.
And we did not have light. I did not have food to eat. Kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀?
Hey, what's
Are you
up
the
ahead?
only one that went to school?
Every parent
So
says
many
that, like,
parents
who used to fail them?
always act special in front of their child,
They always
thinking they don't want the child to make a mistake or they want the child to be perfect. But the issue with that is that when the child actually gets to make a mistake in life, the child will be scared of letting the parent know
Of
because
course.
the child will look at you as a perfectionist.
Yes, and he will think that he has let the parents down.
And you think
oh
you've
my
let the
God.
parents down, and the child will now start taking decisions on his own. Before
Which
you
is
know,
not good.
repeated mistakes will start coming, and those are mistakes that we, our parents, have actually
Made before.
and we would have brought out. You would have shared a knowledge with the child that would have spared the child from so many damage. But because of the fact that parents want to always look perfect in their child, we start telling the child story that.
I'm glad I even
Almost
got
these
to
our
watch this
parents, it's
movie.
not all of them that used to carry first because
Don't
I
mind them.
did
Who
the
used to take class
analysis.
now? All of them used to
Everybody
take
first.
Who used to take
What's
class?
happening? But
And I'm
just like what
so
I was
glad
saying,
I
you
watched
should-
this movie before I
Parents
became a
should
parent.
watch King Richard with their kids.
They should.
Learn
They
a lot
should.
from it.
It's very
Learn a lot.
important.
It's very important.
Until the movie, I didn't even know she had other sisters. That's his Serena had other sisters except Venus.
She had other
Three
sisters.
other sisters.
And he also made sure they followed their dreams.
Yes.
He made sure they followed their dreams. So the movie was.
I saw what he
movie
did with
was
Andy.
awesome.
That was great.
Even Tunde also. It's Tunde that is the
Andy,
name.
I don't know.
It's
Andy.
Tunde.
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 Really?
Tunde.
Okay.
That's
That's the
Tunde,
first girl.
Tunde in Nigeria. They say
Oh,
it's
really?
Tunde.
Wahala.
But
Tunde Balo good.
the movie was awesome. The movie taught a lot of lessons.
I agree.
A lot
God,
of
I learned so
lessons.
much from that movie, and I'm
Nigeria
very happy I
parents
got to
has
watch
to
it
watch this movie.
before being a parent. At least I will do better with my kids. I'm very certain because I have watched
you
this.
will do better.
I should
Don't
do
let
better.
your kids watch Lumio or watch the movie. Okay? They won't do better. Watch
Lee
movies
Min-ho is not a
like
bad person.
Watch movies like
He's great.
watch movies like King Richard. Let your kids watch King Richard.
Yeah, they probably should. And I saw what he did there about pursuing, like creating, should I call it a career path for his kids, believing in them. Even when he was rejected several times, he still went through. They became superstars later on. Those girls owe their success to their father and their mother any day, anytime. And there was something else I got from that movie. Despite the fact that he got a whole lot of rejections, he was hurt several times, he always kept a very happy look in front of his family. Because if you had brought all that frustration, the depression, the rejections, everything, all the bad energies to them. I mean, he's the head of the family and he's supposed to lead them. If you can't lead them, are you still the head? If he brings all that bad energy back home, it's definitely going to affect
And he
his
also
family.
put a lot of emphasis on education. Even if your child is a superstar, many Nigerians that end up being musicians or movie actors,
Throw
they all
away
throw
school.
away education. That's why you hear
Don't do
many
that.
youths now saying school na scam, school na scam. So we should not forget education. You see a lot of youths saying school na scam. There's a song about it, says school na scam, school na scam.
School is not scam.
But no, in the movie,
Yeah, well.
you remember when he was talking to a reporter, and the reporter was like, "Why are you not pushing your kids to go pro and play a lot of junior matches, a lot of junior tournaments now?" It was like they have to go to school, they have to go to Disney World, they have to
They have to
remember
be
that
kids. Yeah. Don't just switch
he
from being
even made a
10 years old,
comment that
30 years
was-
old.
He made a comment that was kind of funny, but to that reporter it was not funny. He told the reporter that at the age of 14, Venus speaks 4 languages.
How many languages do you speak again?
And she speaks 3 fluently. He told the reporter that even the one you claim you know how to speak, you are not that good at it. So,
Oh my god.
even with success and everything, education is very important.
Very, very key.
Character is very important.
Very.
Because he made emphasis on what happens when
You become too proud.
you become too proud, or as a tennis player, there's a time that you actually stop. What do you do next? That's why I see many of African old footballers, they'll go broke.
I fade away.
That knowledge is not there, that character is not there to manage money, the education that they're lacking. So education is very important, character is very important. No matter how much you're pursuing your dream, you should always have education and character by your side.
I totally agree with that.
Mhm. So that will be all for my movie review for the year 2021.
No, I'm very emotional.
Very much.
And I want you to pay very close attention to all the movies he actually talked about. Where I come from, he's our go-to for movies. If he says it's number one, of course, you heard him give his reasons why he thinks it is number one. You might have your own options or your own choices, of course, but this is his, and I agree with him. And don't say because I'm not a movie, I don't watch a whole lot of movies. I totally agree with him. And the last movie is making me really emotional. Honestly, when I watched it, I really didn't get myself for a while.
There's a thing I normally look out in movies. There are movies that can last the test of time, and there are movies that cannot.
This is such a movie. King Richard.
Movies like
It won't go away for a
King
very long
Richard, Aquila and the Bee,
Yes.
Braveheart, Gladiator.
Yes.
You can watch those movies 50 years from our great grandchildren will watch those movies, and there will still be a lot to learn. I watched this movie Men in Black last week once again. I was wondering what was I doing, because when I was a kid that movie was like one of my best movies. Me watching it again, the gadgets were outdated, because our grandkids will watch Fast and Furious again and they'll look at our parents was like, "Dad, what were you watching?
Like,
a car is
you really
actually
watch
flying
this?
with rope."
How
He
is that
used-
even
Vin
possible?
Diesel used the car to do Judge of the Jungle.
How
is that possible?
I'm going to watch that movie.
So there are movies that can stand the test of time, and once a movie can stand the test of time, that movie is actually awesome for me.
super great.
No matter what, my kids will watch Aquila and the Bee.
Yeah.
My
It will help them
grandkids
with their
will
spellings
watch
and
Aquila and the
everything,
Bee. Their
right?
spellings, character, the kind of motivation they need to put in things they want. Those are movies
Very
that
important.
we need,
That
that
will
will last the test of
inspire
time.
and should I say help with their growth
Their
process.
growth, yeah.
Let it not be that you're watching a movie, you're not learning
You're
anything.
not learning anything. You're
I like it
just-
when you watch a movie and it makes a positive impact on you. I mean, that's the point of watching movies, because
That's
movies
the
are stories, right? But so you should be able to learn something positive from a movie. If you're not learning anything, don't watch it. Thank you.
Watch it if you are not learning anything. I watch some movies even though I don't learn anything.
Except it is for fun. I mean,
Yeah,
you
I watch it
don't
for fun.
watch a movie because you don't want to learn anything, but you are hoping to learn something. But it so happens that at the end of the movie, there's nothing to learn.
I learn action, how to kill somebody.
He did not just say that.
Fighting techniques, how to shoot gun.
Well, if you say self-defense, I would agree with you because I plan on taking judo classes. So in the future, avoid me. And so that will be all for the movie review for the week. And just like he said, he gave you some movies to look out for. At the end of this video, in the comment section, he's going to drop a link.
Yes, I will drop a link to download the top 5 movies I talked about last year.
Okay, I'm going to be making use of it. I hope you do too. So remember to leave a nice comment for him and myself in the comment section. And do you have any last words to say to them before I fly away like Peter and Paul?
For our movie stars, for our movie fans, when watching a movie, people always get the wrong notion about wanting the movie to be what you want it to be. When watching a movie, try to have an open heart, because the thing with the movie is that the producer wants you to see his idea. He's actually sharing his idea to
With
the
you.
world. So if you are not watching, like if you watch a movie like I know many people that watch That King Richard and they watch the first 20 minutes and they deleted the
How
movie.
could anyone
that
have
it's
deleted
not
the
that
movie after 20
interesting.
minutes?
We've
Jesus.
seen
There's everything
Will
interesting
Smith
about
done movies like this before. We're used to Will Smith being like this. But now you're not just watching Will Smith, you want to see the message the producer is
He's trying to
passing
pass
across.
across. Thank you.
That's how you watch a movie. With that, you get to enjoy so many movies. Even for sci-fi movies, there are a lot of message that you can get from sci-fi movies.
I tried watching a couple of them this year.
You can watch Matrix Resolution. It was a really nice.
I've not
action
watched
movie
it, so
for
I was
last
trying
year.
to watch it.
You can watch Matrix Resolution. So that will be all from my end for the movie review. It was so nice being here. Thank you very much for having me on your channel.
Do you want to give me a handshake or something?
I want to give you a handshake. It's a pleasure.
Thank you so much for coming, and thank you so much for sharing your top 10 movies with us. Out of all the movies you mentioned, I've watched only just 2 or
has
3
watched
of
none.
them.
Yeah, I've watched it.
Well, he still insists I haven't watched any, so it's fine. I'm going to maybe reach out to him later on to get direct links to download most of his movies, because I'm going to watch every one of them because it was recommended by him. And until I see you again, mwah!
That's how you
Bye.
do.
Yes.
You do mwah.
No, you can blow them a kiss if you want.
I don't blow